Hello students, I am Yogesh Kumar, Assistant Professor, IT Department, UCEL. So, this is the first lecture of data science, wherein before starting with the ANN, that is Artificial Neural Network, I would like to take one simple, or you can say a small lecture on data science, wherein we are going to cover the basic steps of data science. So, let's see what are the steps. So, basically, what is the meaning of data science? Data science is nothing but the mathematics plus programming. That's it. That is something called as data science. If you see the life cycle of data science, we have got total 6 stages. The first one is something called as data collection. Then we have to do the data cleaning. Then there is a process is something called as EDA, that is exploratory data analysis. Then we have to pre-process on the data, so that is called as data pre-processing. And then there is something called as predictive modeling and then optimization. So these are the basic 6 steps of any kind of data science that we must know. So let's see first data collection. So in this particular lecture, I am going to cover the first step of this data science, that is data collection. So let's see what is there in data collection. If you see in data collection, the first basic thing is something called as web crawling. Once we are doing the web crawling, wherein we are going to extract the information from HTML pages, web pages, and how we are going to do it. So there are something called as the API calls. Using JSON, we can do it. Then we have a database which we can go to store it in SQL, or we may store whatever you have extracted the data in some files. The files can be Excel files or CSV, raw text. So any kind of file we can able to save our data. So we have got two options basically, the SQL and the Excel file. So let's see in data science, once we are talking about the web crawling, what kind of packages and what are the things that we have to do it, because this is very important in data science. So I have listed out the first basic 3 steps, and these 3 steps are very important in web crawling. The first step is called as beautiful soap. The package is something called as BS4, beautiful soap 4. So we are going to install this package. It will be used to crawl the data, and we have got URL lib.request. So using it, it's the pre-install. You don't have to install it, right? It will be used to hit the URL, right? And once you are hitting the URL, you can make a request, HTTP request, and obviously on the base of this request, you will get a response. The third one is very important, called as Pandas. So Pandas package is again very important. So it's a pre-install with Anaconda. If you install Anaconda, it's fine. Otherwise, you can directly go for your prompt, and there from their prompt, the Python is installed. You may install Pandas very quickly using pip command. So it will be used for data analysis and to build 2D data frames. So even if you know already what is Pandas, what is Matplotlib, how we are going to use it in case of data science, but the basic step, the web crawling, that uh, is again very important. Now, once you are talking about the data sets, so from where you are going to get it, it is again very important thing. Once you are talking about the data science, in case of data science, the first thing you should keep it in mind, from where you will get a data, and is it real time data? So there are two types of data which flows on web pages. The first one is called as continuous data, and the second one is called as a discrete data. Now, once you are talking about a discrete data, For some time, particular time period on the web page, the data is static. After some period of time, the data is changed. That is something called as discrete data. Take a value of mutual fund, any mutual fund of any kind of mutual fund. If you take the value, that is NAV, net asset value, this value is constant for particular day. After the second day, the value gets changed. That this type of data is called as discrete data. The another kind of data is called as continuous data. Think about the share market value. Think about the cricket data. It continuously flows, right? It's not with respect to time. Whenever data occurs, changes, updation occurs, it is going to reflect it on the web page. That is how here I have listed some of the the sites or some of the important words. You can Google on it and you can see the different kinds of data you will get. It's a large amount of data you will get it. First one is Kaggle, UCI machine learning, right? Then score data, score data, then data.gov, government related data, data.world, GitHub, Mendeley. Now, in case of Mendeley, if you see, the Mendeley is a website where all the researchers in the world, they are keeping their data over there. What kind of papers they have written, what kind of the papers they have listed in Web of Science, in different kinds of journals, Scopus, all these things. So the large amount of data is available in Mendeley. So that data also you can able to crowd. Then we have got Google Scholar, Google Public Data Sets, and there is one more website called as Quandl. Just Google it, Quandl Depot, and then you will get the big data sets over there. And for data analysis and visualization, obviously you have already studied the different kinds of things like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. And for machine learning, the two basic algorithms that you must know, that is something called as simple linear regression and using gradient descent. So we are going to do it. The next step is something called as image processing and text processing and the deep learning. Right here, we are going from, let's say, data science to the something called as NN, neural network, and that's why I have to cover this particular. You can say it's a gap of directly start with the uh, artificial neural network from right from your basics of Python like NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. Directly you are jumping from that to the NN. So before that, let's see how you can directly crawl the package. So over here, I am going to uh, show it to you. The Jupyter, where I have installed it. Right. See this. So it's a web crawling part one. So very simple example that I ordered, did it on my laptop. That same thing you can able to do it. So first step, the basic step is import VS Code, import URL lib.request as URL. So as we know, shift enter, you will get a result over there. And this also you might have studied that URL.URL open. Here we are going to use this particular thing. This is a URL. Now this URL from where you get, right? So again, I will show it to you. Let's say I will copy this and just put it over here. Okay, and here you will see. So actually, I am not crowding. Over here, I have just put the name, that is TV, and I got a list of all TVs, right, and different kinds of TVs, the prices, and so on and so forth. So now I want to capture this. I want to see the list of TVs. I want to see the list of the prices and so forth, right? And how can I get it? So for that purpose, this is what the part that we did it. So this is the first, the URL, URL open. It's very simple command from where I'm going to get the response. So you can see the output that if you see that I'm getting the output at http.client.http response at so and so right address. Fine. So let's get this thing in one object. What is response? So that I did it. Okay. And using BS4, that response, whatever I response I am getting it, I want to put it in one more variable called as page. So that I am getting it using BS4.beautiful soap. Beautiful soap is a method you can say of a object BS4. And over here, if you see page.find, there is a tag called as div tag, and there is a class. Now this class I am getting it from this particular website. Let's see it. As all of you know that if you right click it, go for the inspect element. Here you can able to see the different types of uh, classes over here, right? And whatever, let's say I want this price. So let's copy this particular class, Control C, right? And you go over here, right? Instead of this, I put this and say shift enter. You can see this. See, I get this data, particular data. It is same as this, right? So 12,499. So this data I am getting it uh, from this particular website. So let's say I put it in for loop or like this, I will get it very quickly. So again, I want to take a title. I want to see the title of some kinds of different kinds of classes. So I will extract the class like this, and let's put it in one of the variable title equal to page.find, div tag class equal to this, again copy paste of the tag, and title.text. So you will get a name of the TV, whatever you want to get. Okay, so this is how you see. Again, I have done the same thing, right? Let's say I want to have all this title list and price list, all the title list which consist of this particular class, and this to find all, right? So see the length, how many rows I have got it. So 24 title list, 24 title list, and 24 list. Now how can I list it? So to list it, I have to put this for loop. This for loop is very important for I in range, right? Length of this title list, I know what is the length of this title list, right? Already I have printed. Let's see, print title list of I dot text and price list I dot text. And just I want to separate this particular thing. So 20 times I am repeating this equal to. So all these basics that you have learned it. So now if I get this command, you can see I am getting all these particular titles which is present on that particular web page, right? So this is the first part of our web, the crowding, right? Crowding of a Flipkart. Next, talk about the. We will go for the just advanced version. Let's put together pandas and this beautiful also package all together, and let's see how it will work. So again, this is the code. Actually, I have written this code previously, so I am just executing it over here. So let's say I have got a list, data equal to title and the price, right? All of these things, basic things that you already studied it. I'm just, it's the advanced version of the basics. For I in range 1 to 6, response equal to this. So again, I have put this, whatever you have studied in part 1, same thing, I have put it these 4 lines all together, nothing extra. And just again, inside the for loop, again, I am having one more for loop, which will have this particular, all the titles and all the prices. Now what we are going to do it with this, right? So let's go for the pandas, which you have already studied. To import pandas PD, let's put it in data frame. So we know it, whatever data you got it over here, right? You put it in the inside the data, and you put it in DF or any kind of object. Now it is executing. It takes some time, right? So df dot shape. So I want to put it in 120 by 2, right? So I do the shape and I want a first 5, right? Rows and titles, right? So I will get the title and the price list of here like this, right? And then the last one I want, I can get it, right? And let's say I want to put all this data in one file, right? So let's say dataset.csv. How can I get it? Just I have to write here df.tocsv, to underscore csv. It's a simple method wherein I have to just pass one file dataset.csv. So if I just execute this command, I will have the dataset.csv in my hand. If you open it, you will get all these titles and prices, right? Whatever you scroll it, right, you will get everything over here. Let me talk about the one more thing. A lot of APIs that we have crawled it. Let's crawl out data of COVID-19, which is so everybody knows that daily data I want, right? How many patients they have discharged, how many patients they have admitted. So like that data. So the data what you will get, which is this data is again very important. This is a website from where I will get a data of COVID-19, right? So let's see it. See, this is totally a JSON data, right? States, right? States wise, you can say the state wise data, right? The whole data is over here. You can just see it over here. So this is the JSON file which government has given, published it on its website. So let's see that I want to scroll that data, crawl that data, and I want that data for further analysis of my particular project, any kind of project. So how it can be done? So we know it. Import URL lib.request that as URL, import JSON and import pandas as well. So now I am executing it, right? So over here the next one is, it's again very important thing. How we have crawl it is very simple command, url.url open. Very simple command. You just give it, execute it, that you will get a response on the response object. So now it's executed, right? So now if you see json.load, right? This is a method where we are going to load the response and we are going to keep it in the data, right? So whatever data you will get it, it's in dictionary format. So if you just print this particular type of data, you will get it in dictionary, right? What kind of keys that you will get? So it's a daily states. You can just see it over here. See, states underscore daily. This is a you can say the naming convention that it has given. Now again, I have to just play with the data frame sets. Let's do it over here. Now df.shape. You can just see how many data. The previously it was 385 like that. Over here I am getting now 405. Right? Just see it over here. Now I want it. I want to print it over here, right? So you can just see that I am getting it, right? Over here, AN, AP, really Andhra Pradesh, like that, So like that, the things are that I am getting it, right? So just tell, right? So if you put a tell, then again you will get the data like this, right? And after this, it's our responsibility that how can I, come to know, right, which kind of data is having which kind of meaning. So what is the meaning of zero and so on and so forth. If you see this, what is the second day and so on and so forth. So like this, APIs of COVID-19 is given by the government. There is one more, website where you can get a cricket API, right? So that cricket API also, one more example is there. That you can try it after this. You go it for the website of cricket API, and then you will get a lot of data of cricket API. The World Cup, which batsman is having the highest score, right? Like that. So any kind of data, all this type of data already it is available. So lots of data is available in API. You have to crawl the data. So web crawling is a basic thing that is there in your data science. And after that, whatever we are going to do is predicting model and so on and so forth. At the end, when we are going to do the analytics on it, there the part comes that what is the meaning of neural network. Generally, neural network has got a lots of applications that we are going to study it in the next lecture, right? And again, before that, the neural network is you can say like web crawling is the base for the data science. On the same line, I can say that the you can say the neural network, right? Once you're talking about a neural network, it's the base for deep learning, right? So what if you want to go for deep learning, right? Then you should have your uh, neural network with you, right? Before that, you may go for the predictive analysis, that is something called as machine learning. You have to train the machine first of all, and then you go for the deep learning. So for deep learning, you require the neural network. Okay, so by this particular thing, I will end over here, and uh, in my next lecture, we will see it that, right, the basic of neural network.